Hi, everybody. Mrs. Lucas here. So I was going to start by showing you the slideshow that I showed my students yesterday that the administration gave us on how to e-learn, and then I realized it's backwards, so I'm sorry, but we'll just see. You can still kind of get the gist, and I'll get my talking points and everything. So the first thing that we want to talk about is that we made sure that the students took home these items yesterday. So we said their iPad, obviously their iPad charger should be at home, as well as any class notebooks, binders, obviously like lunch boxes, earbuds, headphones, instruments, those kind of things, because the purpose was that students will not be allowed back into the building unless, like, I don't even think there's an unless, like students will not be allowed back in the building until we are back in school. So we wanted to make sure they had everything that they needed at home, and these were the things that we recommended. So that was the first thing that we talked about. And then we also talked about different things that they should have on their iPad for their home classes. And some of them were having some troubles downloading some of these yesterday because our Wi-Fi just kind of got slow with everybody trying to download things. So for math, we said Unit 7 and Unit 8 iBooks. For my students, we're going to actually start with Unit 8. So Unit 8 iBook really is the only thing that they need to have downloaded on their iPad at the moment. And then any extra math or ALEKS accounts that they have, they wanted to have access to that. For science, we said that they needed to delete old iBooks and then keep the current cell theory one. I think that's an iBook. And then future ones they'd be able to get through Campus. And then the Hudson Alpha iCell app. Don't know what that is, but that's what they needed to have for science. And then for language arts, they really just wanted to make sure they had access to ebooks throughout the process. So those were the apps for the ebooks. There's a Scholastic app, a Destiny Quest, Libby app, and then this Epic app wasn't showing up in their app portal yesterday, so I don't know if that's back, but the other ones are good options as well. So I asked students to take a picture of this if they didn't have them downloaded at the time, so they should have done that. And then for social studies, they just had to have the Post-it app and then the Flipgrid app. So that's that. And then, okay, so our expectations for e-learning is that students need to be are going to be required to submit some kind of work for each class each day. So we are still talking as a staff about what this is going to look like. And on Monday, our staff is reporting to the building where we're really going to dig into some of this stuff. I think we're going to try to come up with a common layout for all of your students' classes, like a common Canvas page or something, but I'm not positive of what that will look like. But what we do know is that they will have to submit an assignment every single day. So I talked about for my class, it might be filling in the math notebook one day and taking a picture of it and submitting that. It might be doing a couple practice problems on Notability from a page that I post, and then they would submit that. It's really going to look different for every teacher for every day, but I wouldn't expect the assignments to take the full 45-minute class period because there's a lot of things that we do in that 45 minutes that your student will be able to accomplish faster probably on their own. So some days might be longer, some days might be shorter, but they shouldn't be expected to sit in front of their iPad for 7 hours, like a normal school day would be. If someone just popped up with a question saying, is the app that shows her parts of cell? Oh, okay. They were saying that the Hudson Alpha app is an app for parts of cell. So back to science. But so then, okay. So for my class, submitting something every day might look a little different. Could be longer than 45 minutes, shorter than 45 minutes. And then we were also told too that we are going to be having office hours. Every teacher will be having at least 3 hours of office hours a day. So those office hours have to be between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m., but they don't have to be consistent. So once those are finalized, they will be on our Canvas page, but once they're finalized, they'll be on each teacher's Canvas page, but I'm expecting that mine will probably, to start, be from 9 a.m. to noon. So I encouraged students yesterday, like when you are working on, if math is something that you struggle with, I would recommend that you work on your math work between the hours of 9 and noon, because I will be sitting in front of my computer and my number one priority will be answering your questions as instantly as possible. So if you're working on it at like 3, I might still be able to answer it, but probably not, or I will be able to answer it at some point, but probably not as instantly. But from 9 to noon, like I am guaranteeing I will be sitting in front of my computer, and not only that, but my number one priority during those 3 hours will be answering your questions and making sure that I'm there to answer your questions. From like 12:30 to 3, I will still probably be in front of my computer, but I might be working on the activities for tomorrow. I might be grading the assignments that were turned in thus far, or taking attendance for the previous day, you know, those kinds of things. But so I can't guarantee that I'll be able to get to your questions instantly, but from 9 to noon, like that is my priority. So those office hours are going to be posted on our Canvas pages once we finalize them, I think on Monday. But for right now, I'm probably thinking 9 to noon. All of this might be stuff that we adjust as we go. Like if I'm seeing that a lot of students are submitting work at like 4 p.m., maybe I'll adjust my office hours to be in the afternoon so that students can see, so that students would be able to get feedback in the afternoon. So just because this is my plan today doesn't mean that it will be the plan on Monday or Tuesday or even after we are going. And that's something that I emphasized to students yesterday as well. So I want to give you guys as much information as I gave the students yesterday and as much information as we have, but just know that it is subject, obviously, to change depending on kind of what we are seeing and what's working, what's not working, and readjusting from there. So those are kind of the expectations that we have right now. So yeah, I guess kind of what questions do you guys have that I might be able to answer? What kind of things are you concerned about? What are your students concerned about? What can I be best doing? So you can type your answers. There should be like a live chat section where you guys can type your answers, and then they'll pop up with like a 15-second delay. But yeah, we're all experiencing this together, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. I could probably make it available on my Canvas page if you think that would be helpful. The question was, will the presentation behind me be available for download? I'd be happy to do that. I'm sure it's not a problem. That way you guys can get the app. So I'll go ahead and put that on my Canvas page. I'll put it in the week in review. That's probably the fastest way to find it for Friday. So I'll go ahead and put it in the week in review on Friday when we're done with this. No problem. Anything else you guys can think of? Wait for the comments to come in. But yeah, it's going to be a learning experience for everybody. So will there be any weekly maths? I have not officially decided that. My thought process is probably, you know what, I'm not going to say I haven't decided yet because I don't want to commit to anything. But because you guys are doing so much work at home already independently, I probably won't want to add to that. But that could change, we'll see. But right now, I haven't officially decided. So what will happen if we get stayed out of school a little longer? So we have no idea. Right now it's 3 weeks. So something I didn't mention earlier is that we just finished up Unit 5, and now we're going to jump ahead to Unit 8. So I, as a teacher, felt most comfortable teaching Unit 8 online. I felt like my students would be the most successful with it. So that was my personal decision with a couple other teachers. I'm not sure if all the math department is doing that, but that's what my class will be doing. So Unit 8 covers statistics and items like that, which I think is really practical to what's going on right now, as well as just a little more friendly to do independently. So Unit 8, I'm planning on taking about 5 days. So currently, with the system that we have set up, we need 8 e-lessons. So that would cover an additional 2 e-lessons. And then if we go past that, we're just going to have to figure it out as we go. Probably do Unit 7, which deals with area and nets and 3D figures. But like I said, right now the plan's Unit 8, and then we'll just kind of have to adjust as we go. So a couple more questions we got was, will there be assessments over the Unit 8 during the time away from school? So I mentioned that Unit 8 right now is 10 days, and right now we only had to have 8 days of e-lessons. So if it's true that we will only have in the 3 weeks out, I would plan on assessing a couple days after we get back. So I would probably have like 2 days of the rest of the content, as well as definitely a review day to go over and make sure that we're feeling good about things. Also, like, we could get through this and then realize that like what I have planned for 8 days might take longer for e-learning. I don't know. So it might even be longer than that. But until we finish Unit 8, I won't plan on having an assessment. So if we're back within those 3 weeks, I'll definitely plan on assessing at school. That just works best for accommodations and everything. But if that's not the case and we have to go extended, then we're going to have to talk with our intervention teachers and everything and make sure that we're getting those assessments figured out, as well as like we'll have to deal with like cheating and that kind of stuff. So definitely not ideal to do assessments online, but if the time comes to it, we probably will have to. But if it's just the 3 weeks, I don't plan on doing any assessments. That doesn't mean that they won't get grades for what they're doing, but there wouldn't be any assessments. Okay, so for another question is for students that were absent on Thursday. So I had a quiz in my class on Thursday, and there was quite a few students who didn't take that quiz. So what I'll probably end up doing is sending that quiz to them on Canvas to complete at home and then submit to me. So I will get that information to you guys on Tuesday if you're one of the people that qualifies for that. But for right now, that's probably what we're going to have to do, because I don't want you to wait 3 weeks to take it. So for the people that missed the quiz on Thursday, that's probably what we're going to have to do. Yesterday was just too crazy to get it taken care of. Anything else you guys can think of? Wait a couple minutes here to make sure there's no one popping in that has any more questions. But you guys, the students were so great yesterday, by the way, with just taking it seriously and realizing the significance of the moment and being flexible and understanding and knowing that it's going to be a different journey ahead, but that we're all figuring it out together. So they were really great about it, for sure. So it's going to be crazy. I talked with my students yesterday too about how historic this is and how, their grandkids are going to ask them about the time when they were out for 3 weeks. So someone asked what my concerns are on this matter. It's just, we're rolling with the punches. So it's not ideal. I told my students yesterday that I am really sad that I'm not going to get to see them for 3 weeks. I love my job. I love my students. I love teaching, and not seeing them for 3 weeks makes me so sad. But at the end of the day, I think it's the right decision. So you can be sad about something and also think it's the right decision at the same time. So that's my personal take on it. Governor DeWine said that when he looks back on it, he would rather say that he did too much than not enough. So I think that's kind of my stance as well. Like, you never want to look back and say we should have done more. So it's definitely not ideal, but I'm thankful for Hilliard and for how supportive they've been of us and of you guys and of the students. And I'm really thankful that we're one-to-one with iPads. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi situation is something that we're going to have to kind of figure out, but I'm thankful that we're able to do e-lessons throughout this process, because some districts are not that fortunate. So that's kind of my stance on it. Let's see. Okay, so someone asked, you guys are welcome, by the way. Some people are saying thank you. Yeah, whatever I can do to help. Someone asked, just for clarity, for each class, the things we need to do are on Canvas. So yes, they have made that very clear to the teachers that all e-lessons will be posted and go through Canvas. What that looks like, we don't know. Our Media Center specialist, Miss Alexander, sent us a Canvas e-bite to eLearning on Friday, and she said that she's going to go over it with the staff for us on Monday. So I think what that means, like I said, this could change, but what I think what that means is that they're trying to find a consistent format for e-learning. So your students will be able to go to one Canvas page and see all their classes and their e-learning. I think that's what the plan is, or at least they'll be able to click on a Canvas page and then there'll be like an e-learning button, something like that. But we're really trying to make it consistent for you guys and easy for you guys to access and keep up with. So we're trying to find a consistent format for all classes, because right now I know our Canvas pages are really different. So I know that the district's working with us on that. And on Monday, I'll probably be able to give you guys some more information of what that looks like. So I'll probably send you guys another email on Monday, possibly having another one of these sessions if you guys think that would be helpful to go over that e-format. So yeah, so Monday, I think I'll definitely have some more information about, but I do know that everything will definitely be on Canvas and through Canvas. So anything else? All right, one more question. Someone said if there is a COVID-19 report in the Hilliard area, how much longer will school be canceled for? I have no idea. I cannot answer that question. I'm not a doctor. I'm not in charge of the school or the government, so I have no idea. All I know is that we're closed for 3 weeks, and that's as much as I got. So I can't really answer that question. Really appreciate all you guys tuning in and asking your questions. So I know it's kind of early, so hopefully you guys are all awake and sipping your coffee and eating breakfast. My husband's over there trying to be really quiet. You could make noise, it's fine. All right, when are your office hours? Right now, to start, I believe my office hours are going to be from 9 a.m. to noon. So every day, 9 a.m. to noon during the school days or the e-learning days, that's my plan. As we get stuff submitted, that might change. If I see a lot of students are submitting things at like 5 p.m., maybe I'll switch a couple of my office hours to the afternoon just to be more accommodating. But for right now to start, I plan on it being from 9 to noon. And those will be, once those are official, those will be posted on my Canvas page and the e-learning page once we figure that out on Monday. You're welcome. Let's see. I'm going to show you guys this too. So I showed my students this yesterday. This is my slideshow. So this was originally my plan for what my e-learning page would look like. Let's see. So this might be different depending on what they tell us on Monday. And I know it's backwards, sorry. If it loads at all. Go to Wi-Fi. Come on, do it. It should pop up here in a second. Good, I'm glad that you guys are finding this helpful. Anything I can do. Just know it's all subject to change as we get more information. So this is what I know as of today. It says it's loaded, but it's not. It's not loading onto my big screen, but I'll kind of hold it up here. So this is kind of what I said I would like my e-learning page to look like. So it has the date, it has the topic, and then it has what iBook pages they can reference to help, as well as the goal for the day. And then it also talks about, then I would have a really clear to-do list of the tasks that I want them to complete for the day. So for this example, I said, watch the video on the statistics questions, fill in your notebook pages as you watch the video, and then download and complete the matching activity, and then submit your work here. And there'd be a little button that says here, and they would click on that and submit, and that would have directions of what they need to submit. So that's something of what I would like it to look like. I'd like it to list their materials that they need so that there's no questions with that, figuring that out. But that's just an idea of kind of what I had for now. Okay, so someone said, just to make sure, Wednesday will be the first day to start e-learning, right? So yes, Wednesday will be students' first day with e-learning. Monday and Tuesday is teacher development. So Monday we are all to report to the building to find that common layout for you. Oh, there it is. To find that common layout for you guys and to work in our departments to make sure that we're creating the best e-lessons possible. And that's what Tuesday's for as well. So Tuesday's more for the individual teacher to get their stuff uploaded, ready to go. So Monday and Tuesday, students, you relax. You have those days off, almost like a snow day. And then Wednesday, we will start with the e-lessons. So those might be posted at different times, but yes, Wednesday will be the first day of e-learning. And we talked with the students yesterday about how they will have all of Wednesday to complete their activity. So Wednesday morning, they'll wake up. They're going to want to make sure they check what assignments they have to do for the day to get an idea of how long it's going to take them. Maybe start with your most difficult classes first. That way you can get feedback as fast as possible before you have to submit. But by midnight, those assignments for Wednesday would need to be submitted, because Thursday, your teachers are going to wake up. They're going to make sure that your assignments were submitted. And then we also talk to our students about how saying "I don't know" on an assignment, you will not get credit for it. So you need to make sure that you are submitting things to the best of your ability. And if you have questions, you need to message your teachers right away, and then you need to look for a response, right? Just asking a question isn't good enough, and then closing your iPad and not looking at it. Like, make sure you're looking for a response from your teachers, because we're going to try to be really good about getting back to you as fast as possible. So Thursday, we'll wake up, we'll check those assignments, make sure they're done to the best of their ability, and then we'll take attendance for Wednesday and then if your assignment is done, great, you were here for math, attendance taken. Now that's going to be for every single class. So just because you did your assignments for math, you also are going to need to do your assignments for science. If your assignments for science aren't done properly, then you would be marked absent for science for that day. So that's how we're handling that. I felt like there was something else I thought of when I was saying all that, but now I can't remember. So it might come back to me. Someone asked again about assessments. So my plan is, if we are truly out for only 3 weeks, I will probably not have any official assignments unless you missed the quiz on Thursday. If you're out for longer than 3 weeks, then there will probably have to be assessments, and we'll figure that out when the time comes. Will there be any videos about Unit 8? Yes, absolutely. That's going to be my #1 priority, is making really good, detailed, engaging videos for you guys throughout Unit 8, because that's the only way to somewhat simulate my interaction with you guys in the classroom. So I'm hoping to make them fun and entertaining, but also make sure that I'm getting those questions to you guys. So they should be more engaging than what we've done before. When I've done videos for notes when I've been absent, I'm really going to try to make them the best quality possible for you guys. But yes, there will absolutely be videos. And I might even provide video feedback for you guys if that's better than reading the feedback. So you can definitely expect videos for Unit 8. Do you know how many assignments we will have for math each day? The answer to that is no, I do not know. I don't think it'll be a consistent number of assignments. It'll probably change from day to day. But yeah, it takes however long it takes you to. I can't say it'll only take you 20 minutes. It might take one person 20 minutes, but another person an hour. So all I know is that it'll be the typical workload of what we do in a class just at your house. So typically when we fill out notes at school, we fill out notes and then we have about 5 to 10 minutes to practice. So on a notes day, that's probably what you can expect. The time it takes you to fill out your math notebook, and then however long it takes you to do 5 to 10 minutes of practice. So that's probably what a notes page would look like, but not every day is going to be a notes page. So some days will be different than others. Also, if you were not here yesterday to get your notes taped into your math notebook, I will make sure to upload those pages to Canvas, and you will have access to those as well. How are you going to know our scores on the expressions test? So the expressions test is what we took on Thursday. And that usually I try to get students their grades back within 1 to 2 days. But with all this happening, I kind of told the students, look, my number one priority now is making these e-lessons. So your expressions tests, guys, I will get to when I get to it. And those grades will go into Canvas for the first grade of the fourth quarter. But for right now, I don't know when that will be. And I might be able to send you a picture of your test. I really haven't gotten around to it, but with quarter first priority, unfortunately. But I will try to get those grades back to you and that feedback back to you as quickly as possible. So anything else you guys can think of? Anything at all? Also, if you have more questions that come up after this, feel free to send me an email. Students, send me a Canvas message. You guys know the motto for that. So don't feel like this is the only time you can ask questions, obviously. It's going to be a process for all of us. So we'll give it a couple more minutes here to make sure no more questions come up. Thanks for everybody that's tuning in. Got about 24 people on here right now. It's great. Did the e-learning thing happen with, how do you say it? Is it SARS or is it SARS? What's that disease? How do you say it? Do you know? Yeah, I was pretty young when that all happened, so I don't know if it's SARS or SARS, but did e-learning happen with that or with swine flu? Not in Ohio. That's what I can say. I don't know about other states. I don't know about the whole country, but I was in high school when swine flu was going on, and we did not cancel school. I had a friend in Texas that canceled school, but I don't think that they did e-learning. Hilliard's really fortunate that we're even able to do this. So I think it's pretty new. I definitely know it's new for Hilliard. So I don't know about the rest of the country, though. What subjects should I have for math and notability? I would say the best subjects that you need to have would be statistics, which is Unit 8. So that will cover the 3 weeks. And then that's probably all you need. I mean, we're going to be in Unit 8 for the next 3 weeks. So you probably only need a Unit 8 subject. Will you send a picture of our test answers to see what we got wrong or right? That's my plan. That's my plan to get you guys back that feedback as soon as possible. But keep in mind, I have 120 students between my morning and afternoon. So that's going to take a while for me to take a picture of the front and the back and get that to you. But yes, once they are graded, I will try to get those back to you as soon as possible. I have them highlighted right now. They look pretty good, but I don't have grades on them officially yet. So what would you do on this static and see what's in the box for today? So would you go on to the statics and see what's in the box for today? Oh, the stats. I mentioned earlier we're trying to find a consistent format for what e-learning is going to look like. So I'll be able to give you more information about where to find the assignments on Monday. But yes, I mean, I think there's going to be this e-learning button, and like where it says day 1, or it would say Wednesday, you would be able to find all your assignments on here. So you probably will be able to find them in the statistics box on Canvas as well, but there probably will be this e-learning page too. Did the governor approve Hilliard doing e-learning yet? I don't know, but I know that this is what we're doing. I don't even know if the governor has to approve it. I don't know how that works, but right now Hilliard is doing this. So from the information that I was given is I'm moving forward with e-lessons, and that's what we're doing. I don't know about the governor's decisions. Will the test that we took on Thursday count for quarter 3 or quarter 4? The test on Thursday will be the first grade of quarter 4. That's last Thursday, the test you guys already took. Anything else you guys can think of? What is the total points for the test? I'm glad you guys are so concerned about the Unit 7 or Unit 5 quiz. For my regular Math 6 class, I think the total points was, let me go grab it. I forget, actually. Grab it for a second. So for my honors Math 6 class, your total points came out to 19.25 as of right now. And for my Math 6 class, it's 19 points. So that's what I have planned for right now. Okay. Is that all you guys have? Anything else you guys can think of, particularly with e-learning? That's what this is all about. So feel free to send me any more questions you guys have. And I hope you guys have a nice weekend as well. Canvas, email, I'll be available. Try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. So please let me know if you guys think this was helpful. On Monday, when I have more information after that, our staff meeting and everything, I would be happy to do another one of these to walk you guys through what they look like. I could try to figure out how to not make it backwards. I'm sure there's some way to do it so that would be more helpful as well. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and we will figure it out as we go. This is all, we are in this together. So I will talk to you guys soon and keep you updated, but I hope you guys have a great weekend. All right, end stream. Bye guys.